Hi everyone, it's Natalie with Crochet by NatalieLucille, and today we are going to learn the popcorn stitch. One of my favorite stitches because you can put this on a bag, blanket, hat, scarf, and it just has these 3D baubles to it, and they're fun. They're fun to make. So I just made just a quick little example here, and we'll go ahead and get started. And these are just double crochets. So what you want to do is you're going to make, I like to do my popcorns with 4 double crochets. So I'm going to work 4 double crochets in this one stitch. So it's yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, draw up. So you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over through 2, yarn over, and through 2. I'm going to move this over because my camera likes to focus on the background. And we're going to make 3 more double crochets in this one stitch. So you're going to go into that same stitch. Yarn over, so you draw up, you have 3. We're going to do that again into the same stitch. And one more time. And there's ways that you can do the popcorn, whoopsies, that can help you when you're first learning them. Once you get used to them, you won't have to. But what you can do when you're learning is draw up a loop just a little bit and take out your hook. You can pinch so you don't, if you're working something and you're like, I can't hold on to it. What you're going to want to do, so you've worked 4. In between the 4th and your previous stitch, you're going to insert your hook into that space. You're going to come up, so if it looks like that, you're going to come up, you're going to grab the loop. That's when you can also draw it tight. And you're going to take it and you're going to pull it through the space. That is a popcorn stitch. So I like to chain 1 to close it, and then 2, if you're working the next row, you have a stitch to work into, and then you can come along and work a double crochet. Just so I'll work another one because I like to have a little bit of space between my popcorn stitch and the next stitch. So there's your 2. So we're going to work a popcorn stitch in this. So it's yarn over, insert, yarn over, draw up, because we're making a double crochet, through 2, through 2, and my yarn was pulling. 3 more double crochets in this one stitch. You're going to make 2 more. And 1 more, all in the same stitch. So you have 4 double crochets in this one stitch here. So you can see how it looks, because there's my 2, and you can see how it kind of has this shell effect in the one stitch. So I've pulled up my loop. I'm going to pinch it. I'm going to go, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So in between this double crochet from the previous stitch and this double crochet in your popcorn stitch, I'm just going to go right in between. Hello. I'm going to come up to my loop. I'm going to go into my loop. You can pull it tight. And then you're just going to make sure that you grab it and you come through. There's your popcorn stitch. Chain 1 to close it. So we'll do 1 more. So I'm going to go ahead and make my 2 double crochets. Then we'll work a popcorn stitch in the next one. So you can kind of see how it gives that 3D effect. So I'm going to work a double crochet into that next stitch. And I'm going to work 3 more into it as well. There's your second one. Still working in that same stitch. So there's 3. and 4. So there you have your 4. So you have your 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of pull up your loop. You can pinch it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to insert in between, come up, kind of pull it a little bit tight, and you're just going to pull it through, just like that. Chain. And then of course you just finish out the row with a, you can finish it, you can do popcorn stitches beside each other, but it has a tendency to curl. Have the sun shining through, so it's a bit bright where that is. I'm trying to get a little shadow there, but you can kind of see how it gives a nice 3D effect. So if you're going to work on the other side of your project, let me get my second, because that's working in the top of that chain turn. So if you want to go along the back side, you can just chain 1, and when you turn it over, you can work a row of single crochets, or if you want it a little bit taller, because you can work a popcorn in between. So let's do that. So we're just going to single crochet all the way across. And when you're, remember that chain where you closed it up, so you want to kind of look for that, and there it is right here that I want to go into, and it can be tight. And I don't have much work to hold on to, so it's going to start flipping around on me. And let's see, I want to make sure, yeah, going into the next, here's the 2 double crochets that were worked. Sorry, my yarn is just like flipping everywhere. And then find that chain to work in. So I'm just going to go right in. Actually, yeah, I'm going to have to just kind of squeeze your hook in there as best as you can. And there you go. That was really close. My apologies again. Then you have your 2 double crochets. Work that. So we're just working a single crochet just to get an extra row in between so you can work more popcorn. So there's that chain. So push that in there and work my double, or work my single, sorry. I've had a little bit of coffee this morning, I am not going to lie. And then I've come to my very last stitch, which is the turning chain. So I'm going to work a single crochet into that. So now before I turn my work, so if you wanted to do the single crochets, I'm working double crochets, and the popcorn stitch is also the double crochet. So I'm going to chain 3 to count as a double crochet. Because if you chained 1 and turn like we did before, that's a single crochet. You chain 2 and turn and work half double crochets, that would count as a half double crochet, and this counts as your double. So hold on a minute, I'm going to see if I might be able to shut the blinds. It seems like I'm getting a glare. Maybe it's just me. It seems very bright. Hold on just a second. Heck, I don't know if I paused it or recorded it. We're just going to keep on going. I did shut the blind a little bit, so we'll see if that helps. We're working on our popcorn stitch side again. So I'm going to work in between where I worked before. So I am going to find a happy medium, because we only did even numbers. If you had an odd number, you can work the middle one, but you can choose which one you want to work it in, because we have our starting, then you have the one that's right above the popcorn stitch. You remember these two right above, that's above. So I'm going to work it just in this one, because we can have like a diagonal shape that would work up. So we're going to work a double crochet in the next stitch above the popcorn, and now we're going to work our next popcorn stitch. So coming into our next single crochet, you're going to work the 4 double crochets in this one stitch to create the popcorn. And 4. So you've created your 4, pull up your loop, pinch it just so you don't lose it when you start working through. 1, 2, 3, 4. So after the 4th one, I'm going to go right in between. And I'm going right in between. I'm not going in between stitches, but actually in between the 2 double crochets there, if you can see that. I'm going to come up from behind and I'm going to grab my loop and I'm just going to pull it right through. Popcorn. Chain 1. And then I'm going to work 2 double crochets. That's one over the one below here. Now we'll work the double crochet over our popcorn. And then we'll work the popcorn in the next stitch. So it's going to be 4 double crochets. All in that same stitch. Pull that up just a little bit. See, there's the space that we want to go in between. So just insert your hook just like that. Come up, pull it tight. Well, not tight, but snug. And just pull it to. Chain with it to close it. So we'll make another one here. Or double crochet there. There's your popcorn stitch, so you're working a double crochet in the single crochet above the popcorn stitch. Say that 3 times fast. Then you've come to your next space, and this is where you will be doing your next popcorn. And we're going to finish with this row because this is really just to learn how to do the popcorn stitch. I love clusters and baubles, and like I said, the popcorn stitch is one of my favorites because it's fun to work and it gives it texture. So you can make even like a bathroom bath mat if you use the right kind of yarn. You can make a nice like floor mat outside your shower. Just saying, pull up your loop just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your space. I'm going to go right in between, come up from behind. So it looks like that. Kind of snug it. And we're just going to grab that and pull it through. Chain 1. And we'll finish up in the last 2 stitches. So that ends up. And you can make your baubles anywhere in your pattern if you're doing just half double crochet, or actually double crochets and single crochets. You can work any pattern. You can do a sporadic popcorn here and there. It doesn't have to be, you can, I set mine up, I did a, if you'll notice the picture in the thumbnail, if I can pull this through, I made a coffee mug cozy, and I drew it out just like how I wanted to make sure the spacing was right, and so I just drew it out on graph paper of what I wanted it to look like. So you can do that as well. So there you have it. It's a really simple stitch, and it just adds just a cute little, I don't know, maybe it's just me, they're funny looking. It's 3D. It's just like these little bloop, bloop, bloop. I mean, I used to love pinching those packing materials that you would get and you just pop, 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 pop. That's what it reminds me of. It's like pop, pop, pop. And I like texture. So this is one that is one of my favorites. And the back of your project would look like this. Oh, I guess I leaked some pin. My apologies. Anyway, so there you have it. Popcorn stitch, easy to make. Make a purse, make a pouch, make, like I said, a bathroom rug. And you can even, you know, make tassels on the end. There are so many different things you can make. A hat, a headband, all with this stitch. So, and like I said, it's just fun. So thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I upload regularly, and check out my website because I send out blogs weekly. Subscribe to my website and you'll get the weekly PDF pattern that will be sent out, or have it sent out in a blog. And my shop is open. Check that out. The holidays are coming, so they make perfect little gifts. Thanks guys again for watching. I really do appreciate your support. Until next time, bye.